Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone around the world. Welcome back to another One Piece video featuring your boy Magellan. Coming at you guys with a very spicy build setup here for the Poison Man. Get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try my best in hopes that we get some good games today, playing against some of the top meta decks in the format. Now, I do know Magellan is a fan favorite, but he has been kind of swept underneath the rug, forgot about a little bit. He did get some spicy cards in OP05, be it that uses Captain Kidd, and some stuff in Structure Deck 10, being Law, and Kidd as well. Either way, let's dive into this deck list and see what we got working on here. Today we're playing with 11 2K counters, be it 4 Sadi, 4 Ulti, 3 X-Drake. Now, X-Drake and Sadi allow Magellan to reach 6K power once they hit the board. And Sadi allows you to also play down page 1, allowing you to get 2 bodies on board for the price of 4, minus 1 Dawn, which is really good. In Magellan's case, we have a lot of decks in the format that are very strong. Katakuri, Enel, Sakazuki. So how do we combat those? Well, with a lot of cards that Magellan has access to, such as Jailer Beast and Magellan himself, a lot of these cards have on KO effects. Every Jailer Beast that we have in the deck here allows Magellan to gain back Dawn when these cards go to the drop zone or go to the trash. And then this guy in particularly allows you to draw 2 cards once he gets KO'd. Sakazuki likes to play down Rob Lucci, right? And Rob Lucci does a tremendous job at killing units for free, essentially. So he minuses the cost of the unit, and then Rob Lucci hits the board and kills Jailer Beast. Well, a Jailer Beast in this sense will benefit Magellan once it goes to the trash, which is really good. So, in that sense, you have to use a certain card such as Houndblaze or 3000 Worlds or Borsalino, the 7 cost, to return it to hand, or a Mihawk to return it to hand, or bottom deck them, either of these cards. In that case, they don't get the effects off. And that goes the same for Magellan. If Magellan gets KO'd, your opponent essentially lost 3 Dawn. 1 on play, and then 2 when he hits the trash, which is really good. In Yellow's case, this guy can't be Thunderbolted safely, and he slows down their curve, so they cannot play cards such as Big Mom. And Big Mom right now in this format is very scary, and we will probably see this card for a very long time, let alone this one here, Katakuri, and then you have Yamato, which is very terrifying in Enel, and then 7 cost Mom, that is pretty good in both decks. Magellan allows them to slow down the curve entirely if you can get multiple of these guys down in a game, which is really strong for you. Now, speaking of which, Useless Captain Kidd, a brand new card that we got in OP05, allows you to do a lot of things in this deck that you couldn't do before, such as get your Dawn back after you minus Dawn for a cost. Be it that a King, a Kaido, another King, an X-Drake, and Ulti can all be gotten back with Kidd. Now, Kidd also benefits with Queen in the following turn. Queen allows you to draw 2 cards for free without having a negative Dawn effect if Kidd is on board, and you'll still get the 6K power boost, which is really nice. And then you have a brand new Kidd from the ST10, which is really strong in every purple deck in the format right now. This guy allows your Magellan to be a 7K body on attack and a 6K body on defense. And they'll want to get rid of this card as quickly as they possibly can, but he is an 8K with no counter power, so there's that. But an 8K body is kind of difficult to deal with unless you guys have like Red Rock or your Sakazuki, and you can activate all your minusing effects on Captain Kidd. But with this deck, you play quite a bit of big bodies with Kidd, Kaido, King, both King variants, and your 2 5-drops, be it that's your Captain Kidds and your Queen, and Magellan, I'm sorry. Now, we are also running 2 4-cost Laws, which came out in ST10 as well, and I kind of think this card is staple in most purple decks, and it allows for discard effects. Be it that playing into yellow, if you get this card to go off, you could potentially save yourself a few turns if you can get them to discard a Big Mom or a Katakuri. Something they're not ready for. It is random what they discard, but still. But at the end of the day, we will dive into some games here. Oh, wait. Let's talk about King real quick. We run 2 different variants of King. This King particularly allows you to hit a lot of cards in the format, be it Cracker, your Pawseplay's, your Sanji blockers, and your Ohm, which you will find out in every single yellow deck, to be fair. 7-cost King allows you to get rid of blockers and other bodies that are quite important, such as Pawseplay's, the 3-cost Dofi blocker as well, which is often used in blue Crocodile, blue Dofi builds, some purple blue Kaido decks, and that's about it right now in the format when it comes to those 3, or sorry, that blocker. Oh, he's also in Queen too, which is really, really strong. Now, there are some other useful 3-cost and lower cards from Bello Betty and Zoro decks, which is why King is in here. I'm just playtesting 2 of them at this moment in time. He will probably be dropped for like a 4-cost Law, or go up for more Eustace Kids here, or add more 2K counters or some low-cost blockers. But either way, let's dive into some games. Now, before we dive into today's video, I do want to reach out and talk to you guys about a sponsor here, in which One Piece fans reached out and wanted to know if I wanted to do a little collab. And of course, I couldn't say no, because at the end of the day, we all love One Piece. And if you guys are interested in apparel, bomber jackets, hoodies, sweatpants, tanks, boxers, socks, I don't know, man, cell phone cases, backpacks, figurines, all that sort of thing, this is a very, very nice place to come and check some stuff out. And what really stood out to me, which I'm a sucker for, dude, I love figurines. No matter what, the statues, whatever you want to call it, I have so many of these from different animes. But how cute is this, man? Luffy on a pillow, which is also like a nightlight. It's so fire. You got Zoro on a 4-clover leaf. You got Brook, who's on a music note, asleep, by the way, which it's so cool, man. But other than that, you have yourself your little clothing here with your sweatshirts, your sweatpants, your varsity bomber jackets. Yeah, bomber jackets, that's right. You got your Law, your Uta. You got Frankie, you got Wano Luffy, Zoro from Wano as well. Dude, I am so excited for this. Let alone, next month, they're going to have a lot more stuff as well, so stay tuned for that. There's rugs, puzzles, nightlights, all that sort of thing here. Rugs are coming, which I'm very excited for. You got your Devil Fruits and Wanted posters. Let me show you something that's really, really unique, which I haven't really found anywhere else. I've seen Pokemon versions of advent calendars. We all have, let's be honest. But when it comes to One Piece, this is something I'm a sucker for. And for those of you out there that collect figurines and all that sort of thing, to be able to just open one of these individual boxes or doors each and every day to get a figurine, that's really cool. I mean, unfortunately, I can't wait. I kind of just break into it, but you know, each their own. But either way, here's some of the figurines that you can get inside the box, in which we will be doing a box opening here soon, so I can show you guys in real time as well. But I'm super excited for this. For those of you out there who are interested, there's a link down in the description below. But either way, without further ado, let's dive into some games here. See y'all in the split second. We got a very, very good hand here, be it that we didn't have to mulligan this. We have every piece that we need here in the early game, in hopes that we can also make the late game with Queen and Magellan. Ooh, that was a nice draw. I think we'll go 5 first, just in case he gets like a Thunderbolt or something. That way he doesn't instantly kill my Jailer Beast and Sadi. Alright, he gets a Sanji blocker. We'll play her down and play 1 Jailer Beast here. Now, as I was saying though, the Jailer Beast have a KO effect, or on KO effect. So cards such as Thunderbolt, Fire Fist, Jet Pistol, all those sort of things will benefit you a lot, especially if your opponent decides to KO that card. Drawing cards, ramping you down, it's actually pretty good. Some of the top tier decks right now. But Magellan is still one of those leaders in which isn't as consistent as Katakuri or Sakazuki and some of the other decks out there in the format. He's still a lot of fun, a fan favorite. I do miss him very, very much. But he is coming back in Extra Booster 1, which comes out in May, I believe. So be on the lookout for more Jailer Beast cards. Hannibal as a leader. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go and trash. Probably Domino here. Speaking of Hannibal, the leader should be on screen right about now. pretty excited for that. I think a lot of people are too, especially considering the bunch of new Jailer Beast cards that are going to be coming out, or Impelled Down, excuse me. But that'll be a lot of fun to play with in deck test, so I can't wait for that. Let's get down our second Magellan here. This should set back his curve quite far, and which gives me a lot of space to defend myself from 10 cost Mom. Let's go 7 here. I am being a little aggressive, and I probably shouldn't be. That could have potentially been another trigger to hit the board. Now he does have less life to me, so Cracker is online, which is unfortunate. Because I don't want to get rid of my queens or my law here in hand. I'd potentially get rid of X-Drake and a Hannibal here. But I guess we'll just take this attack. In hopes it doesn't hurt me too much. Okay, 2 cards with counter, which is pretty solid. Counting me for 5k, we'll discard 1 Hannibal. Detsu can still hit me as well. Get rid of my 2k. Alright. We're looking good, boys. We're looking good. That attack did hurt. I wasn't intended to take the, the 2 times damage, but what am I going to do? I don't think King would be the play here. I think we have to get a Queen down and a Hell's Judgment, just in case. Discard 1. We'll get the power up here, and we'll discard the King. He's not going to get a lot of value in this matchup, particularly. Let's go 6 to face. That also might have been a misplay. I probably should have cleared the board here, but he decided to take the damage. And I know he can't drop 10 cost Mom here, so I don't really feel as threatened. I'm hoping to go for game next turn. Because we can defend out all of his attacks here, unless he decides to go in with Sanji as well. That could be a problem. But I think we have enough counter power to be fine here. Alright, what are you going to do? That was a clean sweep, by the way. No triggers besides Shirahoshi. That was really good. We have 7k counter in hand with a Hell's Judgment. 1 life left. I think we'll be alright. There's a 10k coming my way. Not sure why he didn't split up his attacks, but what are you going to do? I'll take this hit. We'll save Queen for now. Because we have to assume he's going to attack with Kadetsu and Cracker, and potentially save the Sanjis for blockers. Ooh, that Kaido was actually pretty good, but I can't use him right now. Should we play Hell Judgment now or later? He has 3 Dawn active. Let's just throw down 2k. He's probably going to throw all 3 on Kadetsu, yep. Another 9. We could throw down all our 1Ks, but I kind of want the Queen and Law just in case we make it that far. So let's go ahead and just Hell's Judgment here. We'll target him and the Sanji, and then we'll get rid of 2 cards in hand. Hannibal is probably a good idea, but just in case we get a Sadie off that, if we need to play him. Alright, we're looking good. I think Kid would be pretty aggressive here. But it also might just... No. I don't know if it'll win us the game. He does have quite a bit of cards in hand. Let's play down Law. Get the power up. Get rid of... Okay, that's nice. Probably just gonna go for game with that for next turn. Could go 5, 6, 6, and 6, and then 7. I think we have it here. Nice, let's go, boys. Now this is a very hard matchup. Because they kind of want to see the exact same cards that you want to see with the Magellans, the Queens, and they ramp up a lot quicker than you can, considering that they don't have a lot of removal, so they're not going to be killing a lot of your Jailer Beasts to give you ramp. So that's also something to consider. And their leader ability allows them to ramp up for free. This is going to be a tough game. But we did get the Luffy. Or not the Luffy, sorry. We did get the Magellan. And we do have a Saudi here with a Jailer Beast. So we get a couple bodies on board to start applying pressure. We get the 2K. Okay, alright, takes the hit. Love to see it. Play this down and get our Jailer Beast on board. Potentially have 4 attacks to come his way. Turn 2, by the way. He has that many cards in hand. It's kind of nutty to me sometimes. Take that hit. Cool, we get a second 2K counter. There's a kid. Double Magellan. You know what we got to do. This only works on his turn, so he won't get the Dawn back from this. Now, something that's cool, though. If he does kill the Magellan, somehow, some way, on his turn, he won't lose 2 Dawn from my Magellan effect. He'll only lose 1 due to Captain Kid. Because when you lose a Dawn, you get 1 back. So it's kind of a decent counter idea, but I don't think it's like, you know, a lot of people are thinking of it that way. But it's something to consider. Alright, blocks out with an Apu. I'm assuming he has Poly. Poly would be a good idea. But I hope he doesn't. Let me get down one more Magellan. Come on. Alright, 6K. I think we just... No. I think we need to counter out of this. It's a body on board here. Alright, so there's a Magellan. I'll return 1 Dawn. That really hurts, by the way, but I can do the same thing back to him. So it's okay. Alright, so we go up 6K. We're able to hit over the kid. So we get 2 attacks in here. And hopefully some 2Ks come out of hand. There's 1 hit. Let me get a 2K, Luffy. Come on. Nice. Alright, pass turn here. Not much else we can do. We're slowing down his ramp with our Magellans, and he can't really pull life to give him ramp safely. He's also at 6 Dawn. Or 7 Dawn, sorry. So technically he should be at 9. But we did some work, man. Because that would just assume he would, you know, pull a life card here to hit 9 at the very least to play down Kaido or one of his big bodies, but realistically he would be at 8 without having to take another Dawn from life for his leader effect. So Magellans are doing a lot of work here in this matchup for me. Drop a 2K here. I can't keep taking all these attacks for free. Really? Bro, just let me go past 4 Dawn. That's it. Or 5 Dawn. It's all I want. I get it. I played Magellan back to back. So that was my fault. But still. Let's go 5K. We either block with Kid or let this attack go in. I'm feeling a little aggressive. And it might not be a good idea, but we're going to try to push damage here. That. Okay, it gave me a 1K with Law. Let's go 5 again with Hannibal. Locked out, we'll go 5. This is a lot of cards out of hand he has to give me here. I don't think he wants to take the damage. Unless he has a couple more blockers in hand for next turn. Other than that, he's in trouble. Because technically all we need is to drop Kaido and potentially just win game. Unless he's got like double queens in hand or something like that. 6k. Nice. 2. Probably get a 1k out of this. Speaking of queen, there goes his other blocker. Unless he had one in hand or he got one off of life. Alright, so he's going at this for 7. I think we can let this go, to be fair. So we get to draw 2 cards. I think we would discard our other Jailer Beast here because it has no counter power. But potentially, it's the better card to get rid of right now. Alright, so he's in a clean board. Which isn't a bad idea, but still, he only has 1 blocker still. He needs to have at least 1 more. Because my kid could come down in the following turn, and this could be really, really bad for him. That's 3 attacks that'll hit over his blocker currently. Oh, he's actually going for it. He's got 5 Dawn left. He must have a queen in hand. I can't allow him to have this. Oh, well played. That was actually a really tough game, to be fair with you. He pulled a lot of cards that he needed on curve, that purple Luffy. So it's not like he didn't curve out well. I think our Magellan drops really helped us out. Definitely in favor for us there. This match, though, on the other hand, Bello Betty or playing into a Zoro is very, very spooky for Magellan. Especially how wide that both these decks can go and how quickly they can get there. It's a little scary. And we don't have enough 2k counters to deal with it. Especially this one when they constantly keep hitting 8k. We have no cards to play right now. For a little while. Our mulligan hand was not great. So we're going to have to try to guard early if we can. We'll get rid of 1 kid. That's fine. Dude, 3 in a row. Not good. We'll get this down on board at least. That way we have some sort of body on board. And it's a blocker, it'll give us a free ramp as well. Bello Betty is a very scary deck to play against for a lot of decks in the format. Because they really can just high roll. And they can high roll multiple games in a row. It's pretty crazy. Take this hit. This will help out. Hell's Judgment in this match, though, is pretty solid. Alright. There we go. Now we're looking good. Let's get down to Hannibal here. I think we would take the Magellan in this match. I still think this hurts them as well. The question is, do we get that down or get kid down? I think we need to block it, right? We'll pass turn. We know how this works. We got to stall her out. We can't give her free cards off the trigger because that would suck. Alright, there's 6k. I'm tempted. No. We're just going to take this hit. There's no other reason for me to just drop kid and queen here. I feel we have to get hit by this. Or we can play the Gum Gum Jet Gatling, but nah. We do get a Kaido. That'll probably be our game condition or game winning condition. Double blocker on board. Let's get down another Magellan. We'll get the Dawn back for free. Due to kid's effect. And now we can play down queen. Or we have an opportunity of doing another blocker. Or another kid, sorry. I think queen might be better because we can draw 2 cards. We won't have enough for Hell's Judgment in case she decides to, you know, go all 8k on me. So that could be pretty scary. Let's go 6 to face. And hope she doesn't get a trigger here. Okay, she gave me a 2K. Let's get queen on board. Oh, not bad. What should we get rid of, though? A lot of these cards hold value. I think Kaido is going to be my finisher here. I guess this will have to do. Because potentially we could have one more Magellan on board. And we won't lose a Dawn for it. And then we can play down the other kid in place of the Hannibal. Like, that's ideally, right? And that way we'll have, what, 4 blockers on board? Or sorry, 3 blockers on board? Never mind. That was good. Well played. I was not expecting that. $5K. We'll block out. And then she'll pass turn, because nothing else you can do, right? Oh, okay. I guess this is the thing. I forgot about that. I was betting on that'd be a yellow card in hand, but no. She had another Revolutionary Army, or at least red card, so. I can't afford to let Queen go just yet. We need him on board, that way we can combat her board. That 8K, man. Throw away, we'll use the Gum Gum Jet Gatling. And throwing away the Magellan is probably the smart play, because Kaido is still going to be a beast here. Take this hit. Okay. Alright, we're looking good, boys. Let's get this board cleaned up. And I'm debating on attacking with Queen as well, but we'll see. Let's go 6. So that has to be a Revo card. Otherwise, I would think she would have blocked the Sanji there with a 2K or something else if she had a 2K. But I'm assuming that's going to be a Revolutionary Army. That way she can get a boost for next turn. But we'll see. Kaido can kill the Sabo. I think having the 2K here is beneficial. So we do have a Saudi combo if we need be. I want to have space for either Kaido or Kid and Hell's Judgment. We do have one body on board, be it Queen. Let's go ahead and get another blocker on board. This is probably the smart call. Let's go 6K into this. Now we have the 2K and the Hell's Judgment to protect myself here. I do still have 3 life, so I'm not really worried too much. Alright, Karasu is rather scary, actually. But, thankfully, we saved the Kaido for a moment like this. In hindsight, we were going to pop the Sabo, but it might be better for us to pop the Karasu. Uh-oh. Okay, 9K. There's not much we can do about this besides block or take the hit. You know, I'm kind of inclined to take the hit here. I want to keep the kid on board. Let's go for it. Alright, another 2K counter. That's really, really good. Another 9K coming my way. Let's take this one too. Another Queen. The best thing about that scenario was the fact that both of our triggers there had counter power to them. Alright, so we have to remove the Karasu. We need to get that card off the board. Because we cannot survive next turn with Karasu here. That needs to be popped. And then we kill the Sabo. And we still have 2 Dawn left for Hell's Judgment. But we don't necessarily need it, considering we do have 2 bodies on board that are blockers, and we have a lot of cards in hand for counter power. So we should be okay. But I don't really want to go all in, especially if one of those cards happen to be a trigger, then we can possibly lose the game. Let's pass here. I was feeling a little bit too risky for me. Now, on our turn, we can end the game. Oh, boy. All right, so we got to block out, right? Let's get rid of Queen. All right, she throws down a blocker. That's not a problem. Ooh, because we draw into a king here. King would remove the blocker and give us a body, and then give us a power boost as well. 3 Dawn active, enough for Hell's Judgment. Do we poker? I don't know if that would be worth it. But if she gets a trigger, we'll stop attacking. Alright, so that's 1 hit. Let's go again. That's 2. Hey man, we're doing good. Luck is on our side today. I think I spoke too soon. Who runs Jet Pistol in Bella Betty? My goodness. I mean, it's a good idea, but at the end of the day, not really, because we're not really going to attack into you until we know that we can kill you that turn. Otherwise, we're just giving you triggers and cards in hand. So that's definitely something that caught me off guard. So, unfortunate. Hold up, 15k? We have enough. We have enough counter. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're golden, boys. We got there. Hell's Judgment. Yes. 12k. Right? Get rid of that. Just enough counter. Ooh, boy. I'm kind of feeling assault after that one. I'm sorry. It be what it be. Let's go ahead and just do what, 9k? Just to be safe. Even if that's a blocker. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Well played. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of today's video, in which this is the point where we go about talking about the changes to the deck, things that are upcoming to the channel and all that sort of thing. So tune in if you're interested. Without further ado. So with this list here, I had a lot of success with it, with Magellan. I do enjoy the kids, and I think the kids actually really help the deck out a whole lot, to be fair with you. And I'm debating on changing some costs in here. Some quantities in here. That's the word I'm looking for. Some quantities. Be it that the kings here can go bye-bye. They only help out realistically in my Zoro matchups. So to be fair with you, those can probably go. In which we can put in other cards from the newer stuff from OPO5, ST10 into the deck. Be it Law, possibly. Or we can even actually do things such as Uta. And Uta would be a very, very strong card here in this deck as well. Just be a little bit mindful. Her ability is on block. So she doesn't get her ability to be readily available until she blocks. Therefore, cards such as like Thunderbolt, 3000 Worlds, Sakazuki's shenanigans with Lucci or Houndblaze, she can get removed a little bit easily. This is why I didn't actually run her in my first initial couple builds. She's good, just she doesn't have that on play I'm looking for. I need something that's going to get me value immediately and allow me to get my power up, be it like the Law, for instance. So in this case, I do think Law would be a little bit more beneficial towards Magellan. That's just me. Now there are some other cards here that do just that, such as Heat. Heat is a very, very good card to have on attack. Just in general, when a Dawn is returned to the field, which isn't hard to do in this deck, he gets an on play or instant ability, essentially, that allows him to have 2,000 extra power to the start of your next turn. So he's a 6k body on board for a 3 cost, which is really, really good. Of course, he can get bottom decked easy with Houndblaze and all that sort of thing, but considering he's a little bit cheaper to use and something that you can play when you go first, outside of just, you know, Sadie, essentially, or Hannibal or Domino, he's a little bit more aggressive. So that's another option that you can tech into this deck and do well with. If you don't like this, of course, you can always increase the laws, which I do recommend, because I do think law is very, very good in pretty much all purple decks. Or we can go up in Jailer Beast, because Jailer Beasts do have a significant use in this deck, and all of them do give you an ability, such as Minotaur, or upping the Zebras as well. Minotaur is pretty solid, but he won't really get off the double attack. This card will just pretty much just die as soon as but it does give you a free Dawn when it gets KO'd. So that's something to consider. But overall, I think I would just add in the more laws, because that's more consistent. And if you're interested in trying to go ramp, you can go ramp. Just know that other decks do it better than you, and they're a little bit more consistent with it. So your only other option essentially could be more 2k counters if you're feeling a little bit safer at the end of the day, to help you out to get to that mid and late game. That's just it for right now when it comes to Magellan. There's not a whole lot to go on when it comes to this leader, to be fair with you. He is I don't want to say a mid-tier leader. I think he's a little bit lower than that right now on the totem pole when it comes to all sorts of decks. And I get it, there will be that one person in the comment section that says, oh man, I always beat people with my locals with yada yada yada. I understand. All right, but I'm coming from a 40 plus locals generally, and I'm telling you right now, Magellan is he's not the sauce, boys and girls. He's just not the sauce. He's very fun to play, but he's not the sauce. I do miss when he was actually a little bit relevant back in the 4.5 and the 4.0 meta. It was a lot of fun playing him. But with all these new decks out and about, Sakazuki and Nell, Katakuri, all that sort of thing, he's just a little bit hard to make a splash in the meta, you know what I mean? But either way, I did have a deck I am interested in doing. And I know apparently a lot of people do love this leader, and he doesn't get enough love in this format, and that is Purple Yellow Crocodile. I'm more so interested in this, not for the purple aspect, but for the yellow aspect, and the fact of all the amount of healing that this deck can do. If you guys have seen any of my other spicy healing builds, I'm looking forward to this one. Stay tuned. This has been recommended to me quite a bit from a lot of my watchers down in the comment sections and the YouTubes and all that sort of thing. He's a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you my list. Get ready for it. It's going to be a little bit spicy. But tomorrow is our locals event out here, in which we will be going to. And it looks like Rebecca did win the poll. So I'm about to bust out the Rebecca deck, show you guys what I've been working on when it comes to OP05 Rebecca stuff. And I'll try my best. Just know, she is not Sakazuki. She does similar things that Sakazuki can do, but she is not Sakazuki. My list will be a little bit spicy, and it does do well into Enel at the very least. Katakuri, Big Mom, we still struggle with that, but it's still manageable, it's still beatable. We're going to try our best. Either way, I will be giving you guys some local games here this week as well. Stay tuned for that, so we will be getting more videos, more content out of me when it comes to, we call it local games and our One Piece sim. Either way, this has been Pawseplays. Remember, smash the like button, boys and girls. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch y'all in the very next video. Stay safe out there.